I'm serving every last drop. If she wants to survive in this social circle, she better learn to fall in line.
This season, I'm coming for everything. I want it all.
Skye Squad, we are back in the building. And if you want to know more about that trailer, click the link in the description down below. And we'll talk more about it during today's live recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. However, right now, we got to talk about some more potential lawsuits. Or will there be? Based on some of the stuff that was put out last night, I don't know, okay? We got a lot to cover, so let's get on down into the Biz-9E. Now, first, we're going to talk about Katie and Ashley. So let's stage dive right on in. All right, so this is a sort of follow-up from what we discussed on yesterday with Katie unleashing on Ashley. And she's also going to follow up on some of the Charisse stuff. So let's take a look. All right, so in a tweet, she said, Ashley said, my hoo-ha isn't amazing, okay? And then she says, your tatas are fake, sue me. She goes on to say this to explain further. This was a tweet that she retweeted and said, Ashley went on Watch What Happens Live and said, I have a hamster hoo-ha. So I will file tomorrow because that's a lie. So I'm assuming what she means by this is file a lawsuit, okay? Now, this is obviously, in my opinion, and I've not spoken to Katie to get clarification, this to me is a response to Michael Darby suing Candace Dillard-Bassett over what she said about him on the show, right? Katie's thing was basically in the previous tweets, like basically that this was a frivolous lawsuit. Those are my words in summarization of what she said. However, you guys can go back to yesterday's video to view more on exactly what she tweeted. And so she says, talking about me on TV, I'm suing you, right? So basically, she's kind of making a comparison. Like, I guess we could all be suing for the things that other people say about us on television if we go by the merits of the lawsuit that Michael Darby has filed. So then she goes on to say, now this is in reference to the Charisse situation. So I don't know if you guys recall this, but I told you that the Charisse situation that Katie had been mentioned before. All right. So Katie says, I did not lie. I did for a friend to help her, meaning she lied for a friend to help her. But she's saying in general, I do not lie. Then she says, but in general, I come clean and correct. Try it out. It's easy when you are sober. So I'm assuming she's talking about the lifestyle that she's currently living. So she goes on to retweet a post from All Things Real Housewives of Potomac and says, ooh, this is what you meant when you said, if you would have kept it closed, I wouldn't be cleaning this up. Y'all, the math is mathin'. Hashtag Real Housewives of Potomac. Because in a previous tweet, I'm assuming about maybe or comment several years ago, Katie said, I think this was several years ago because I remember this situation distinctly coming up. Katie said, just got a super itchy, with a B, text from a friend. Not necessary. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know the rest. Hashtag be cool. If you had kept your mouth shut in the first place, I wouldn't be cleaning this up. Now, this was allegedly in response to something that Charisse has said or done. And I think Charisse was the friend that she was talking about. And so to go on further, she says, well, it was several other tweets that was posted by All Things Real Housewives of Potomac, and you guys can go to their Twitter. I'll put it in the description of this video so you can revisit all of this, because someone asked them, well, what was the purpose of this post? And All Things Real Housewives of Potomac says that the Black socialites basically had posted about the story first, way back in the day. And that is true. You guys, again, can go to the page to read more about that. And then Katie says, the blogger apologized to me. I accepted that, but it hurt. I asked Sharice if she admitted she told him this and had him on her payroll. So I forgave her, but did it hurt? Yes. Should I sue her for $2 million? So again, she's further making a point that they're all saying things about each other. And so does that mean that they have the right to sue? You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It's getting real litigious around here. And it looks like it's going to get even more so with this next story that, to me, I honestly find quite tragic. So we got to talk about Mia and Jacqueline, because I don't know if you guys recall last night at the reunion, Mia and Jacqueline had pulled out the I felt like they were going to release the Kraken on each other with regards to, whatever tea they had on each other. So I saw this on our friends over at TV Deets, and it says Real Housewives of Potomac exclusive. It says Jacqueline allegedly admits to dating a married man in leaked text messages. So I'm going to actually show you guys some of the text messages that were released. I'm not. I would show you on the page itself, but I actually had to block out just a couple of things for the ears and eyes on the YouTube streets. All right. So there appears to be a text message that appears to be maybe between Jacqueline and Mia. Now, I would reasonably assume that the ones in blue are allegedly Mia, and I would reasonably assume that the ones in gray are from Jacqueline. But again, all of this is alleged because I don't have nobody's phone. So it says, I should be mad at you, which allegedly is Mia. So listen, all of this is alleged, so I'm just going to say it. And so the response that appears to be from Jacqueline says, I know it's a mess. And then there appears to be text messages from Jacqueline that read, girl, right, but one thing we won't do is sell our souls. But SEX does sell. I'm going to get some Ceci tatas. Girl, let's have a brainstorm this evening once I get the kids to mom later this evening. Let me know a good time. So then there's another text from an appraisal offer for $20,000, but I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Is that relation to the Porsche or not? A lot of these are in reference to the allegations of Jacqueline wanting or liking a married man. But some of these are in reference to a car, which is the Porsche that we see here. And it says, girl, in the AM, we need to chat. I need to figure out if I'm getting the car, which one. And then it does show a Porsche. Now, the next page is where things get a little spicy. It says, KG, whoever that is, said that's a really nice spot. He about to be my new boo. I need leave married alone. And then she says, y'all keep sending these scriptures, making me feel like ish. So then it goes on to read, girl, what? Oh yeah, Tiff's husband is fine too, girl. If he wasn't Tiff's husband, I would have had to have him. Gave it to him. I need some cucumber clearly. I'm not trying to bang married, but I'm struggling. I'm not going to read the rest of it because y'all can make your own. You can tell what it says. The next page reads, girl, I'm okay. I like a married man. I'm exhausted. I'm an exhausted mom and have 3 grown man child. Other than that, great. I need to get my entire life together. Whew. It goes on. Not good. He is married. I legit think I'm in love with him. Terrible. Not good. He is married. So we both decided we can't hang out alone. And then you read the next page and it says, yeah, it's crazy. He asked me, he thinks what if all the time. And I was looking for something serious and was a married still. So my assumption is that these text messages are to prove Mia's claims that Jacqueline was interested in a married individual. You know what? I'm going to say this. I hate to see the point that these two ladies are at. And it looks like things have just gotten even worse because in response to this, our friends over at Reality Chat picked up a post from Jacqueline that appears to read this, but this is the page is actually Jacqueline's Twitter that this is from, but that this message is not there anymore. And it appears as though she had maybe posted a post on Instagram, but that's not there either. And as you guys can see, Reality Chat indicates update, the Twitter and IG posts have been deleted. And so Jacqueline said after Mia posted this, since you want to play low, I will return the favor. One thing you can't ever say about me is that I'm a criminal. What you need to focus on is that audit and how you and your husband have 750 transactions unaccounted for close to $1 million unaccounted from your business. And so then she she appears to write, it looked very much like a little bit of embezzlement. Keep trying me. I have more. Come at me all you want, but when you start involving innocent people, that's when I have a big issue. Cease and desist. 2 words, lawyer up. Now, when I told y'all at the beginning of this video, I think I said another day in Potomac, another lawsuit. If I didn't say it today, I said it yesterday or the day before. This would make the 3rd or 4th, okay, threat of a lawsuit in as little over a week, okay? It's a lot because if you go back to the page on TV Deets, what you will also notice is, and it's okay, I wasn't going to show this initially, but I'm going to show it only because you can't really tell. You can't really tell who it is because they did their due diligence and blocked out the face. There's a picture of Jacqueline with some guy. But my thought is, if you know the shape of that man's head, you probably know who he is. I'm assuming that that's supposed to be the guy. I don't really know. What I do know is this. All this talk about embezzlement and you know, and all of these other things. I just feel like, you know, these two ladies, this is probably, things just need to just at this point stop, cool off, because I feel like it's getting into some very dangerous territory for the two of them. And ultimately, I felt like everybody on that stage felt like y'all need to figure this out and fix it, because it appears as though they were, you know, very, very close friends and sisters. So you hate to see it come to this point. Especially when before all of this broke out last night, Jacqueline had posted this video on Instagram. And I want to leave you guys with this message, because that is how I would like to think that they would end this situation versus what we just got. And I hope that you guys can listen to it and hear it clearly. There's a little bit of audio wind in the background, but I think that the message does, I think that the message is important. So I want you guys to take a listen to this here.
Reflection. Looking at part 3 and just reflecting back on everything that has gone down on and off camera between me and my best friend. And it's hurtful. It's devastating to lose somebody who, you know, as a child you dreamed with and, you know, you pictured your life with through it all. It's heartbreaking. And I don't want to play the victim in any of this. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me or, you know, make it some crazy situation. It is what it is, and I never wanted this for us. I feel like we could have conquered the world together. And, you know, sometimes things get in the middle of that. Life does, and life happens. And I was depressed? No. Am I hurt? Yes, deeply hurt and scarred. And I pray that I can open my heart again. I pray for healing. I pray that, you know, people watching this can, you know, put your relationships, especially your close relationships and girlfriend relationships, in a top priority list. And love on your girls, love on the people that are close to you, your ride or dies, because those are the people that you're gonna need when it gets hard. And I know that I will heal, things will get better, but as women, we need each other, and we need to value each other, because good friends are really hard to find. They are very hard to find. So never lose sight of that. You know, never lose sight of that.